Hey, what the heck is the matter with you, huh? Why were you hanging out around one of our important clients? Oh, Kelly, I have to say, I didn't expect to run into you. I know, right? The last time I saw you was at high school graduation about 10 years ago. Who knew that I would bump into you again like that? Yep, I was definitely surprised, to say the least. I really thought that I'd seen the last of you. But I guess the world is funny like that. I would have never thought to run into you at my husband's company, of all places. Wait, what? Your husband's company? What are you talking about? Well, I actually got married last year, and the man I got married to owns the company you saw me at. He told me that he had forgotten some important documents at home, so I was just dropping them off. I guess that his secretary was sick and called out, so he didn't have anyone else he could ask. No. Oh, this can't be right. You have got to be lying. I mean, are you actually telling me that you're married to a company president? And not just any company president, but the president of one of our most valuable partners? How in the world did someone like you manage that? First of all, I would like to remind you that I am also a representative of this company as well. So then you really help out your husband with all of his business? I mean, I do when he asks it of me, but normally I stay at home and take care of our family. So there aren't actually many days when I'm really going into the office. I actually just happened to be in there at the same time that you happened to show up. I see. Well, you certainly have changed, haven't you? You aren't that little crybaby that wouldn't stop yelling after she found out I stole her boyfriend from her. Instead, you're an uppity snob who thinks they're better than me because of who their husband is. Do you really think I've changed that much since back then? Of course, I do remember how much it hurt me when I found out what you had done. So, yes, perhaps I have grown up and matured from this just a little. And I guess I learned that there are a lot of fish in the sea, so it wasn't really worth crying over a guy who cheated on me anyways. You really must think that the world revolves all around you now, huh? You really have changed. After all, I remember even after I did steal your boyfriend, you still had the guts to show your ugly face in school day after that. Oh man, I'm actually starting to crack up laughing just thinking about how it used to be back then. That's fine. And if you think it's funny, you should laugh. After all, it's all behind us now. And I'm afraid that your petty bullying just isn't going to work on me anymore. You really are such a bore now. Do you know that? But you're right. The past is the past, and I need to be thinking about what to do next. What to do next? What do you mean by that? Well, I just wonder how you'd react if I stole your husband like I stole your boyfriend. That would just really crush you. Are you serious? Of course I am. I've made up my mind and I know what I have to do, so you can kiss your little marriage goodbye. I'm going to steal your husband and turn you back into that crying, scared little girl you were in high school. Then you'll be so crushed that you'll think twice about trying to get with a guy above your post. I really can't believe that you're actually telling me all of this. Oh, come on. Did you really think that you were going to get your happily ever after with this guy? That's just in movies. Besides, if anyone deserves that kind of life, it's me. You may have fallen in love with this guy by chance, but when it comes to stealing men away from their partners, no one is better than me. And then once I've made your husband mine, I'll be the wife of the company president.
Hey Iris, I just wanted to thank you again for your help today. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't brought in those documents.
Well, I'm just glad that I was able to be of some help to you today. It had been so long since the last time I was in there that I had forgotten how big the building was. I always get so nervous walking through those big entrance doors.
Well, you know that we're actually working on an expansion project right now, right? By the way, who was it you were talking to in the office today? Did you run into someone that you knew or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. It was actually a girl I used to go to high school with. Apparently, she's working with a company that you partner with.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow. What a coincidence. Sometimes the world is just a little too small, don't you think? It seemed like you guys had quite a bit to talk about. But anyways, I'd love to hear about your day. How about I take you out for dinner to say thanks for helping me out? I feel like it's been so long since you and I were able to go on a nice, quiet date by ourselves.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Zeke. And as for that woman, I'll be happy if I never see her again.
Wait, what? What's the matter with her?
Don't you remember? I had mentioned her to you before. She was the girl from high school who stole my boyfriend from me. I had really hoped that I would never have to deal with her again. Until today, that is.
You mean that was her? So what I thought was you having a friendly conversation was really...
That's right. I'd done my best to avoid her ever since we graduated. I wasn't expecting to run into her at all. But when I did, I guess that I just kind of froze up. Anyways, I ended up mentioning to her that you and I were married.
Oh, wow. I'm really sorry that happened then. And to think that you wouldn't have managed to avoid her if I hadn't asked for a favor of you.
You really don't need to blame yourself. After all, I'm not the person I was back then, and I'm so happy to be married to you. But I just think that you should be careful, okay? Because apparently Kelly decided to make you her next target.
Her next target? What does that mean? Why should I be careful?
Well, she threatened to try and steal you from me like she did with my boyfriend in school. I guess she wants to take my place as the wife of the company president.
What? Are you serious? What is this lady's deal?
That's what I'm saying. This is why I was trying to avoid her for this long. If she hasn't improved at all since high school, then I think it's fair to say that she's only gotten worse.
I mean, it's one thing to pull that kind of thing in high school, but we're all adults now. And she works for a company that we partner with? What is she thinking trying to get with a married man like me? That's just so stupid. I mean, does she not realize the effect that trying something like that could have on her career over there?
I don't really think that she is the kind of person to think before she speaks. But I also doubt that she would change her mind once she's announced that she's going to do something. That's why I'm telling you to be careful.
Right. Well, I guess I'll keep my eye out for her and try to stay away. Thank you so much for warning me about this. I really don't want to get suckered into any of this lady's scheme, so I'll be careful.
Just thought you should know that your husband is all mine now, so be a good girl and let me marry your company president husband. I already have the divorce paperwork drawn up, so let's not drag this out, okay? What in the world are you talking about this time? Oh, you'd find out soon enough, so I'm just telling you now. I have stolen your husband, and now he is obsessed with me. Of course, I'm not all that surprised that a man like him would see the value in being with a woman like me. Literally, what in the world are you talking about, Kelly? I don't know what you're trying to tell me. Remember how I told you I was going to steal your husband? Well, I've gone and done it, and now we're going to get married and I'll be the wife of the company president. Are you sure that you've gone and done it? Because I don't think you have. In fact, I know that my husband would never ever betray me like that, so please be serious with me. If you don't want to believe me, then that's your fault. But it's the truth. Your husband is head over heels in love with me. And as proof, he even invited me out for a lovely dinner date last night. So what do you think about that? You're telling me that my husband invited you out on a date? That's right. I had tried sending him so many messages and emails, and he never got back to me at all. So I decided it would be best to talk to him face to face. I went into the building to go to his office, and we ended up riding in the same elevator by chance. I took that chance to tell him who I was and confess my feelings for him. You confessed your feelings to my husband? That's right. And then he said that he liked my passion and invited me to a lovely restaurant with a view of the city. That means that he likes me back. And that's why I am so sorry to say, but the two of us are going to spend one hot night together. As for you, well, you can just enjoy a lonely night at home all by yourself. I don't know what you're talking about, but my husband is not going to go on any date with you. And I certainly don't think he's said anything to express that he had feelings for you. So I'm still not quite sure why you think that you've successfully stolen him from me. If he even has invited you to dinner, I wouldn't read too much into that. You really just don't understand anything at all, do you? Why would a man invite someone other than his wife out for dinner? Obviously, it's because he's much more attracted to that woman than he is to his own wife. Are you serious? Of course, the only reason a man would go out to eat with a woman who wasn't his wife is if he was trying to have an affair with her. Sure, he might understand that others might see doing something like that as taboo, but the fact that he invited me proves just how much he really likes me. And if he likes me enough to go on a public date with me, then you and him are as good as done. He doesn't like you anymore. We're going to get married, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so just like I stole your boyfriend in high school, now I've stolen your company president husband. So why don't you start crying already, you loser? The only crying that's happening is out of laughter. My husband and I are both cracking up at these. Wait, what? What do you mean? I mean that we're laughing so hard that tears are streaming down our faces. It hurts to laugh. Oh man, we were actually laughing so hard I think I pulled something. Now, hold on just one moment. What do you mean your husband is there with you? Of course he is. The office is closed today and he didn't have anything in his schedule book. We just ordered pizza and have been staying at home basically all day. Wait, but then I don't get it. Why is he choosing to have dinner with you and not me? He told me that he was going to take me out to an amazing restaurant with a view of the city. It's only a little longer until the time when he and I were supposed to meet. He's not really going to ditch me, is he?
You really need to wake up and live in reality with the rest of us. I never once said that I was going out to dinner with you.
Wait a second. Is this Mr. Masterson?
That's right. And I must say I was blown away by our interaction in the elevator. I mean, you basically cornered me and refused to let me off until I agreed to what you were saying. You forced me to ask you out to dinner, but I was never actually going to go through with that.
Wait a second. I don't get it. I thought you were asking me out because you liked me.
I only asked you out because I wanted to get off that damn elevator. I had a very important conference call that I was trying to make and I wasn't going to let you hold me up.
But, I mean, this can't be right.
It wasn't right. I don't even remember what time I said we'd meet or where.
That can't be right. You said that you were going to meet me in an hour.
Well, okay then. Wait an hour and see if I show up anywhere. Just don't be surprised if your boss shows up instead of me.
My boss? What are you talking about? Why would he be there?
I know that I said that I would think of a place with a good view of the city, but I certainly didn't say I'd make a reservation. Anyways, the place I had in mind was your boss's office. He has quite a good view of the city at night, right?
My boss's office? What are you talking about? Wait a second. My boss's car just pulled up. What the heck is going on here? I thought that you were obsessed with me, and that's why you wanted to go out on a date with me, right? I thought that you were trading Iris in for me.
Why in the world would I ever want to be with someone like you? You spam my email with all kinds of crazy messages and corner me in the elevator in my own company. You can bet that I showed your boss all those emails and the security footage of the elevator. He's the one who suggested speaking with you.
Did he really say that? Why would you do this to me?
I was willing to overlook the emails, to be honest with you, but I didn't think that you would actually try and confront me face to face. And I figured that if I was going to be dealing with someone willing to do that I would need to bring in some extra support.
So that's why you went and told my boss about what I was doing? I thought that we were going to keep our love private at first. How could you go and get my boss involved in what's supposed to be between you and I?
You still just don't get it at all, do you? I'm the president of a company that is very important to the survival of your company. Did you really think anything positive was going to come out of harassing me like you did?
But, I mean, I didn't think I was harassing you.
If you really didn't think that was harassment, then you're only making me feel better about involving your boss. In fact, we were going to try and handle this during work hours, but I told him about the business with the elevator and fake date, and he agreed to talk to you now.
This can't be happening. Things weren't supposed to go this way. Please, you have to help me. Can't we just calm down and talk about this? Oh, surely you must see how much prettier I am than Iris, right? I am much more suited to be the wife of the company president.
If anyone needs to calm down and think things through, it's you. Besides, why would I want to be with you again after all this time?
Be with me again? What are you talking about?
You really don't remember? We used to date in high school. We had actually been dating about a year before you left me. In fact, I remember the day that you left me because it was actually the day that you told me you were with Iris's ex-boyfriend. Well, anyways, it turns out that Iris and I were in some after-school clubs together, and that experience helped push us closer.
Wait a second. You mean you're Zeke from high school?
Ding, ding, ding. I had actually completely forgotten about you until Iris brought you up. It took a while for it all to come back to me, but if you thought that someone like you could ever replace Iris, you're crazy. I mean, do you really think that adults act like that? We're not in school anymore. You need to realize that.
But what's going on? I had no idea that you owned your own company. You're so different than how you used to be.
Well, I don't know what to tell you except that people change over time. I'd like to think that most people improve, but you show me it's possible for people to only get worse as well. Anyways, I don't want to keep your boss waiting any longer than he needs to. And while you deal with whatever consequences he sought up for you, I'm going to enjoy a lovely, quiet night in with my wife. Have a nice life, Kelly.
After that, Zeke was informed by Iris's boss that after their discussion, he had decided to let her go. What happened next really shocked me. It turns out that Iris was actually carrying on an affair with her boss and that his wife was quite suspicious. The wife hired a PI to uncover more about her husband's affair and found out about him and Kelly. Then she sued the both of them for their affair. Meanwhile, more of Iris's affairs came to light and lawsuits from upset spouses began to pour in. In the end, Kelly was buried in legal debts that she couldn't afford and lacked the income to pay them off. She quickly started working some part-time jobs and moved into a tiny apartment where she can afford to make payments on her debts. Kelly thought that as an adult, she could act the way she did when she was nothing but a high school bully. She may have even gotten away with it for a little, but her luck was bound to run out. Ever since then, Kelly's been too busy to ever try and bother us again. But that works out just fine for Zeke and I. We couldn't be happier.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Are you freaking kidding me, Aya? He'd gone ahead and done something extremely useless now. It's because of you that my date that I was going on was a complete bust.
Why are you blaming me for that? I just happened to send something you had forgotten to your address while you were on that business trip. But lo and behold, you haven't even been on a business trip. Rather, you went off to have an affair. You should start by apologizing to me for that.
Huh? You're the one who should be apologizing to me.
What?
I was just going out to see that woman for a good time out. You ruined it. And right as she had come over to see me at the hotel, she found out because of what you sent me that I'm a married man and left. It's all because of you that the money I spent to get this hotel and be with her all went to waste.
So you're not going to apologize to me then? You were the one hiding me from her, all so that you could cheat on me. And you lied about going on a business trip, all to cover up the fact that you were going on a trip with her.
What's wrong with me cheating on you? All of us men are doing it now, and it's not something you should be getting upset over.
Huh?
Actually, I was doing a pretty good job hiding it all from you. All in order to keep my cheating from ever hurting you. But you went out of your way and found out about how I'd been with another woman. This is all your fault, Aya.
What the heck, Hudson? You already stabbed me in the back, and now you're saying things like that to me? Normally, one would be saying that they are sorry to me after doing something as crazy as that. That's all I've been waiting to hear from you, Hudson.
Why should a husband ever have to apologize to his wife? You should definitely be the one apologizing to me. Say you're sorry for being a wife that can't seem to read the air.
Excuse me?
I'd planned for this trip to be a way to become even closer to my girlfriend. In order to do that, I made sure to get us the best hotel room that place could offer me. But because of you just wasted all my time and money that I put into this trip. Don't you think it's only right that you should apologize to me for that?
This is getting way too crazy now, Hudson. Are you actually being serious right now? This is your third time this year now that you've been caught cheating on me. What the hell are you trying to do here?
I'm doing whatever I want. That's what. I already have to work most of my life away doing a job that I can barely ask myself to do. So it's only fair that I'm allowed to do what I want where I want to. And it all has nothing to do with you.
What?
Just because you have a better job than me that you actually like doesn't give you the right to treat me like this. Because remember this, no matter how well you're doing in your career, having a husband that cheats on you makes you the worst of the worst when it comes to women. You're the kind of crappy woman who can barely keep her own husband around you.
Huh?
Oh, and to make yourself look even more crappy, you went and got in the way of your husband and his girlfriend. I have no choice now but to stay at this hotel by myself and wait for my vacation to be over before coming back to you. And since I'll have some time on my hands now, I might go out and find myself a cute younger woman around this area. So while I'm at it, don't you dare get in my way again, you crappy woman.
Hey, Aya. What exactly is going on here? What was I hearing from you? Did you really just tell me that my son has been cheating on you? And that is correct. Apparently he's now cheated on me 3 times this year. Or at least that's how many times I've caught him doing it. At this point, I'm pretty much done being his wife. But every time I want to tell him things are over with us, he tries too hard to get me back, saying that he will never do that to me again. That's why I was hoping that this time you could say something to him that will get him to let me go. You want me to tell him to stop cheating on you for your sake as his wife? Well, listen here, Aya. It's your fault for letting my boy cheat on you. I will not listen to you try and act as though you're the victim to all of it. What? I have been hearing a lot of things from Hudson lately about you. He's told me that you got a promotion within the company you're working for. And because of that, you've been making more than he does every month, right? Yeah, I've finally been promoted to a department manager. Due to all the work I'm having to do now and the responsibilities that I have, I'm making around $200,000 a year. Well, so you're making that kind of money now? What I'm seeing here is that even though you are Hudson's wife, you are now making more than him. I think it's right of my son to be cheating on you for being as audacious as that. Wait a second. What? Why am I being blamed for him cheating on me? All I've been doing is working my best to move up in the company for both Hudson and myself. Yet you're telling me that it's my fault that my husband is cheating on me? That's right. As a wife, your job is to walk behind your husband, not in front of him. However, right now you are walking in front of him, making more money than he is. You've really gone and hurt my son's pride now because of that. You are a failure as a wife in my family. What? You think that just because you can work well within that company that you're better than he is? There's no meaning behind a woman making the kind of money you are at the moment. It's because you have all those responsibilities now at work that you can no longer focus on your husband or bear any kids for him. You are not only a failure as a wife, but a failure as a woman in general now. There's no way. I have just been doing my best to make a great future for Hudson and I. Really, you are a huge problem for my son and I. Not only have you gone and left the nest behind in order to make more money than your husband, but you even allowed for him to start cheating on you. I feel so sorry for my poor little baby, having to have a monster like you as his wife. He had no choice but to go out and find himself another woman behind your back. So you don't feel any bit of sorrow for me? Huh? I've been putting all my time and effort into working that job in order to support my husband. But right as I've been showing my worth to him as his wife, you both are going to blame me and call me a bad wife? And you're totally fine with him cheating on me because I'm the one that's made him cheat? I should be the one you feel sorry for, not him, right? Well, if you feel that we should feel bad for you, then maybe it's time you leave my son for good. You can go ahead and divorce him, and not one of us is going to complain. What? It seems to me that my son is very attractive to the ladies if he's able to cheat on you with that many women. So if you were to divorce him right now, neither of us would bat an eye. If anything, that would make the perfect chance for my son to find a proper woman to make his wife. Are you being serious right now? I am. I really believe that we are better off without you. We have no need for a wife that's going to cry and complain all the dang time. I think it's time Hudson and I have a change in the family. Is that what you think? I understand then. I would actually like to go home to my parents now. I happen to be hated by both my mother-in-law and my husband now, so there's no point in sticking around. That's right. Go ahead and run off back to your parents. And don't you ever come back to us. I hope you'll take the time back at your parents' place to think about just how horrible of a wife you really were. Hey, Aya! What do you think you're doing staying at your parents' place for that long? I am tired of you staying quiet and hiding from us. What? Is this you, Shelley? Been a rather long time now. Before you start going on about anything, I want you to apologize to me. I had thought for sure that after 1 month you would have realized how bad of a wife you'd been and come back to your husband. But it's been a whole year now and you haven't spoken to either him or me about anything. You told us you would be there to have your baby after saying you had gotten pregnant as well, but you should have had the baby by now. How much longer before you get your butt back over here? What? You have not spoken to Hudson at all this whole year. And since you're not coming back to him anymore, you are forcing him to have to take care of himself. What kind of a wife do you think you even are? Shelley? I don't want to hear any more excuses from you. If you are really going to take that long to learn from your mistakes, then I'd rather you not come back to us at all. And that means I want you to divorce my son right now. I'll have him get married to his current girlfriend after you're gone. What? You'll have him marry her? That's right. Did you know that this whole time that you've been at your parents' house doing God knows what, my son has made himself another girlfriend to replace your love? And this time he's been going out with her with the goal of marrying her. But you already know all of this is what you get for never coming back to him and letting a whole year slip by. And so because of all that, I want you to get that divorce from Hudson right now. And let me warn you not to divorce him asking for any money either. No settlements or anything are coming out of my boy. You are going to say that the reason for the divorce was due to your incompetence as a wife. It was a good choice of Hudson to find yet another woman after you've been away from him for so long. Listen, Shelley, can you please hear me out for just 1 second? I think there's some kind of confusion here. Huh? What about anything I've said has been confusing to you? Now stop with the talk and send those divorce papers in for us at once. You divorce my son right now, you crappy woman. A real woman would never defy what her mother-in-law is asking from her, so hurry it up. I am with my mother-in-law right now, though. Huh? So you asking me to hand in some kind of divorce papers like that isn't going to do anything. I went to the courthouse a year ago, actually, to hand in the paperwork to divorce your son. What do you mean? What do you mean you got a divorce 1 year ago? That's exactly what I mean. I've been divorced from Hudson for a year now after taking the paperwork to the courthouse. So please, go ahead and have him marry that girlfriend of his if you really want that for him. I have nothing to do with any of that anymore. Huh? I never heard anything about how you and Hudson got any kind of a divorce. Hudson never said a word to me about it. So you're telling me that while over at your parents' house, you went and handed those papers in without our approval? Without your approval? You were the one asking for me to leave him since I was such a bad wife. Actually, you both made it seem as though you wanted me gone, so I did just that for the two of you. Huh? Both you and Hudson were blaming me for being this crappy woman you wanted me to believe I was. Calling me a useless wife as well. A bad wife. So that's why I finally came around to agreeing with you and getting that divorce. Then I returned back to my parents' house, and soon after that, I got remarried. And as of right now, I'm with a very loving husband and a super kind mother-in-law who both care for me very much. Even now, I'm out with my mother-in-law getting coffee and having some laughs at the local cafe. Wait. What are you talking about, Aya? I'm sure I did tell you that the best option was to get a divorce at the time. But I didn't think you'd actually go ahead and divorce Hudson. And you actually went out and handed the papers in during that time? What? So what were all those terrible things you said to me? Just some sort of a sick and twisted joke to make me feel bad or something? You are far too old to be saying stuff like that to me as a joke. But I suppose you really don't know what's right and what's wrong still. Huh? I'm going to let you in on a little life secret here. It is very easy to hurt someone with the words you say. And in my case, both you and your son said horrible things to me. Being with your son and having you as my mother-in-law was one of the worst times of my life. I tried so hard to make things work out, but every time I try something, you both would fight back, making it worse. And, well, after being cheated on a few times by Hudson at the time, you came in for the final blow. You're saying I did? Well, after coming to you for help with him, you told me straight up that getting a divorce from him would be the best for all of us. Do you have any idea how badly hearing something like that from you made me feel? But now you're going to tell me after a whole year has passed that that was some kind of a joke? How much longer are you going to treat me like I'm some kind of an idiot? What the heck? What's with you acting like you're better than me? You don't get to talk to me like that just because you divorced my son. I am actually very frustrated with you for divorcing my son without our approval, but whatever. At least now Hudson doesn't have to worry about a thing and can hand in his marriage papers to that woman right away. That's totally right. I'm very happy that I was able to hand in those documents a year ago before coming back to my parents' place. I need to go and tell Hudson the good news right away. Then he'll be able to get himself that young and cute little woman he's been going out with. And I'm sure that this time she'll be a proper wife for Hudson.
Hey, Aya. Yo, you actually went through with getting a divorce from me? You've already gotten married again back in your hometown.
And why are you talking to me about that? I understand that your mom was shocked by all that, but you had to have known we got divorced, right? I told you the moment I was on my way home to send me those divorce papers we had. And you went ahead and did so, right?
I did. I didn't think you'd actually go through with handing them to the courthouse.
Really? You do realize that the only reason I would be asking for you to send me them is in order to sign and hand them in, right?
I just assumed you were using them as a way of protecting ourselves from ever having to actually get a divorce. Well, they're more for me to have a way of getting you to stay with me, but... So I thought you just wanted them for me as a way of reminding yourself that I'm your husband and that I was in charge.
What? I asked you to send me the divorce papers, which you did, and then ever since that day I hadn't said a word to you? And you thought for some reason we were still going to be married after what happened there?
Shut up. Normally one would say something before handing things like that in. But you never did that, so all of this is on you.
Here we go again. You're going back to blaming me for everything. Well, you can forget about me because we're no longer a thing, and you have a girlfriend now that you need to marry. I've already heard about her from your mom, but you happen to be with a woman you're actually planning on marrying now? Well, go ahead and have a wonderful life with her, please.
What about any of this is going to be wonderful? Her and I already broke up.
What? You both broke up?
A lot of things changed with us. My mom and I were planning on having me divorce you and then marry another woman. And that's why I had made sure my mom was there to introduce me to a woman like her. But just as things were looking good for me, that witch told me she has a husband.
What? So the girl you were dating ended up having a husband?
I was so serious about wanting to marry her. But she told me in the end that she was only with me to fool around. So her last words to me were that marriage would never happen between us, so that she ran. But what makes all this worse is that her husband found out about me. So right now I'm being asked by her husband to pay him a settlement that I can't refuse.
Oh my gosh. You really went ahead and got yourself into quite the predicament there then.
Having to pay that kind of money to her husband is going to be impossible for me. Since you're never around for the whole year, I've had to eat out every single day. And when the house would get so messy that I couldn't bear living in it, I had to call professional cleaners to come do all that work for me. I've been having to use up all my money every month, as well as most of my savings on all this crap. Right now, I have nothing in my bank accounts.
Really?
That's why I need you to come back to me right now, or else I'm doomed. You happen to be making more money than me, so I'll be fine having you as my wife. I want you to come back to me and pay off this settlement. But tell me, why the hell did you get that divorce without my consent and get married to another man? Stop screwing around, you whore.
Excuse me? I think you're the one that needs to get real with me, mister. How about instead of asking me for money when you're broke, you go and ask your mom, who you always have as your buddy? I don't give a crap about you anymore.
Are you just gonna throw me away then?
I sure the hell am.
You leave that man you're with right now and come back to me. You're supposed to be here helping your husband.
You are not my husband, though. And after marrying a man like my current husband, I learned something. That you are the worst man on this planet.
What?
My husband doesn't care how much effort I put into my work and doesn't ever say anything hurtful or rude to me. And in place of any of those horrible things, he will compliment and praise me for my work. He tells me all the time that he won't lose to me and will step up the effort he gives in his job as well. He's taught me that as a couple, you should never be a sore loser about the other person, but rather use them as a way to improve yourself. And since I've now learned that with him, I am never coming back to a pile of trash like you.
No way.
I am not going to listen to crap from you about how I needed to learn to read the air when all you could do was cheat on me with another woman and talk down to me like I was the idiot, when you couldn't give any effort at your job to make yourself more money than me.
Huh?
I'm glad to hear that the woman you loved so much has been married the whole time and that her husband is going to suck your pockets dry. It's what you deserve after being the most toxic and crooked husband a woman could possibly have. You always talked to me about how amazing of a man you were compared to me, so figure that mess out on your own since you are better than me. And with that, I don't want you to ever contact me again. Listen to me, Aya. Hudson has been awful to me. He's been using up all my Social Security to pay off the settlement he was asked for. And it appears that the husband who was asking him for the money is loads already. But now he wants my son to give him $100,000 as the settlement. What? He wants that much from Hudson then, huh? Wow. You really got Hudson involved with the wrong kind of woman there, didn't you? And to make things worse, because of that, he's going to be quitting his job now. It seems that the man whose wife he was going out with has connections to the company he's been working for. And so for the past week, his higher-ups have been trying to force him out. He's really had to go through a lot of trouble this week, it seems. He lost the woman that he loved, the money that he had left, and the job that he was making said money from. So, this is why I'm asking you very kindly, Aya. Can you please come back to my family and help us out? What? After looking into you a little bit, we saw that you got another promotion recently. Right now you're making around $500,000 a year, if I'm not mistaken. That's right. I am thankful for everything that this company has done for me and for it changing my life exponentially. And luckily, I haven't been talked down to at all for taking this promotion, as both my husband and mother-in-law understand how much my work goes towards them. So by having all that support from those two, I really feel as though I'm shooting through the ranks of this company. And both myself and Hudson understand the importance of your job as well. So please, get rid of the husband you're married to now and come back to us. Really? A year ago, you were telling me I was in the wrong for making more than my husband, right? How the hell do you understand the importance of my job when you say things like that to me? That was a joke then. Right now, both Hudson and myself really respect you and your work. And thinking about things now, it's important for both the wife and husband to be making lots of money, right? Thinking about how the times have changed, you are really a fantastic woman and wife. So, from what I can tell, you're lying through your teeth right now about me. All to just try and get me to come back and help you two. I think that if you came back to us, you'd be the most important woman ever to us. And from now on, I will not be allowing my son to cheat on you any. I will be your friend until the end of time, all right? So please come home to us. I'm telling you right now that you'll never miss your current husband or his mom after this. I happen to know tons of great cafes in town where we can get coffee and chat. You are starting to disgust me now. So could you stop it with all that jabber? What? Also, it's not that fun for me to have to go out and drink coffee with someone that I despise a ton. So no thank you. I'm tired of being disgusted by you, so can we be done here? What? No, you hold it right there. What the heck? What What do you think you're doing, calling me disgusting? Well, I'm just telling you the truth. You told me at first to divorce your son, and a year later you're back acting like that was all some kind of joke? And the moment things started to get bad for you and your son, you've come crying back to me, asking for my help, saying that you never meant anything back then? It's disgusting that you're behaving that way. That's the only way I can describe it. You're like some kind of housefly spreading all the crap on your legs all over my things. Excuse me? You did say that your cheating son happens to be really good looking. So I'm sure he'll find himself yet another woman to love in no time that you both can abuse. Let's just hope she's stupid and rich so that she'll fall into your guys' trap. Now I'm getting off my phone. I literally have nothing to do with you both anymore, so stop trying to get me back after you forced me away. After that, Hudson ended up leaving the house he was in to go back to living with his mom at her house. But before long, rumors began to spread around town about the mother and son duo that are so stupid they never knew that after a whole year, his wife had divorced him. And about how embarrassing Hudson is for running all the way back to his mother, crying for money to pay off the settlements. With rumors like that all spreading around about those two, it's a surprise to me that either one of them is still able to live in that town. Because of all those rumors, Hudson found it really hard to get with any other women, and resorted to going to speed dating parties. But after going to a few of them, they started to ban him for being too insane after asking so many girls to marry him and take him away from his mother.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Congratulations on getting married, Natalia. I hope that you and my little brother Ty have a wonderful life together.
Thank you so much. And thank you for being there for us, Violet.
I should be thanking you as well, though. I'm also very happy that I've now got myself a very cute little sister. So I hope that you two continue to be very close and happy with one another.
Oh, we will forever. So now that I'm family, do you mind if I ask you some things? I really want to know what university you ended up graduating from and what kind of work you do as your profession.
Huh? You want to know about my education and what I do for a living?
I think we should know more about each other in order to grow closer as sisters now. And I haven't heard anything about you in your life yet. And of course, you can ask more about me if you'd like. I'll tell you right now that I've graduated from Notre Dame.
Actually, I already knew about that from what my brothers told me. He told me that from a very young age, you've been very bright and you got a full-ride scholarship into Notre Dame.
Oh, come on. He shouldn't have to talk me up that much. But anyway, what university did you end up graduating from, Violet? I see that you're pretty good at speaking Chinese, so maybe you graduated from a university over there or something?
I'm sorry that you've gotten your hopes up. In reality, I never graduated from high school. I never even made it out of high school, so university never happened for me.
What? Like, high school dropout? Ty's older sister is a high school dropout? The girl that I'm calling my sister now is a high school dropout?
I'm sure that's a pretty big surprise for you, huh? Ever since I was little, I had always wanted to become a pro soccer player. And so after a year in high school here in the States, I left and went to a vocational school overseas to play soccer. But, of course, I never made it very far after a few years of playing soccer, and so now I'm just your average office worker.
Wait a minute, Violet. What are you talking about? I never heard about that story from anyone. You dropped out of high school and played soccer overseas? And you were trying to become a pro soccer player? Are you telling me you chose to leave school so that you could do something as meaningless as that?
Even if it did end up having little meaning, I was chasing after the dream I had back then. At the time, there weren't many schools or teams here in the US that I could go to play soccer on a high level. And so going overseas to an all-women's vocational school was my best bet.
But even then, dropping out of high school to go overseas is... I can't believe that you never graduated high school or college. And you didn't even get to make it to your dream and have to work as an office worker now? That's the perfect formula for you to be a complete loser in this society, right?
When you think of it like that, I can see why you'd think of me that way.
No, wait. I can't be with someone like that. I'm taking back what I said earlier about you. I don't want to become closer to you like a sister anymore, Violet.
Huh? Natalia?
I've always hated idiots and anything that has to do with them. Idiots have always been annoying in school and everything, so I can only be with people that are smart, and that's it. Yet, now you're telling me that you're an idiot as well? I cannot deal with this kind of crap anymore. It's like I've been stabbed in the back.
Stabbed in the back?
This is the worst thing that could ever happen to me. Do you get it now? Don't you ever come close to me ever again, okay? I do not want my education at Notre Dame to be ruined by some high school dropout thinking that she can make conversation with me.
Huh?
Now I have to go. After this, never try talking to me again.
I think you've already heard everything now, right? About how my daughter and your brother have gotten married, right? Now your family and mine are one happy family. But I never thought this would be how you and I came to meet again. This world is quite small if you ask me.
You have that right. I'm in the same boat as you, thinking that I never expected to meet you again in this way. I seriously couldn't believe that Natalia's mother would be the woman that cared for me long ago.
And even now, I'd like you to think of me as someone that's here for you to care whenever you need it. What's funny is that ever since Natalia was a little girl, she had always wanted a bigger sister to be around. I know that you're all older now, but please treat her as your little sister and be close to one another.
Well, if I can make that happen, I'd love to. But just a little bit ago, I think I made her hate me.
Huh? What do you mean you made her hate you? Did something happen between you two?
Well, nothing really happened between us besides her learning about my past. I happened to tell her that I was a high school dropout back in the day. And for some reason, she did not take hearing that very well. She told me that she hates idiots a lot.
What? I am so sorry for what my little girl said to you. I never thought she'd say something so rude to you.
No worries, I'm used to things like that, so it's no skin off my back. Every once in a while, I get told that I'm an idiot for never finishing high school and things like that. And I have to take responsibility for the life I chose since there's no one else I should be blaming.
I know this might sound like me defending what she did, but Natalia does have a pretty big status for getting a full ride to Notre Dame. But that's the only thing she can take pride in since growing up. She was never good at anything besides studying. She couldn't really play any sports, and when it came to arts, she was hopeless. She learned that books were the only thing she could manage and made studying her whole life.
Well, even if that's all she's been good at, it's amazing how well she's done. She was able to study really hard and land that scholarship for a really well-renowned school.
Yes, and we respect her for putting in all that effort to make it there. And we had hoped that by her going off to a really nice school, she'd be able to change a bit. We really just wanted her to see that there's more to life than just studying, but I think her going to a school like that only made her worse about hating anything that isn't studying or higher education.
Really?
And this time she's even hating on people for their educations. She really has turned into a pretty embarrassing young woman for doing something as petty as that. My husband and I have tried so hard to tell her that one's education isn't everything, but she turns around every time saying that it is, and anyone beneath her in education is an idiot.
That really is a change for the worst, huh? And when you talk about one's educational past, mine is pretty bad. Not only did I not graduate high school, but I also failed at attaining my dream. I think being hated by Natalia is just going to be something that I have to live with from now on.
What are you saying, Violet? That is not true at all. You are not just some loser for not being able to become a pro soccer player. I think it's amazing that you went overseas on your own to try and make it big in the soccer world. And so I'll never think of you as someone less than amazing.
Huh? You're talking about me?
I am. You really have been such an inspiration to me. So to me, it's a real shame that you and my daughter aren't getting along too well right now. You can leave Natalia to me, okay? I'll try my best to make sure that she knows just how awesome of a person you really are.
What were you thinking, Natalia? Let me back into your guys' wedding hall. You sent me that invitation and I already RSVP'd to your wedding as well as brought along a gift for you. Why did you think it was okay to kick me out of there like that?
I don't like you, so it's fair for me to kick you out, right? This is my wedding, and I don't need some high school dropout coming in here to mess it up. So, to keep my wedding from going under due to you, get lost and go back home or something.
What? You act like I could ruin your wedding, but I haven't even done anything. I just want to be here to celebrate my brother and you having your wedding today.
But just having someone with no education here is making the atmosphere unbearable. Just by sitting in this building, you'll cause my whole wedding to fall apart.
Excuse me?
Also, the only people allowed in my wedding are those that at least graduated from high school. Actually, everyone here has graduated from university. All my friends here came from Notre Dame like me, and all my coworkers and bosses are from other well-known universities. And, of course, both Thea and I and all of his friends and coworkers are from high-level universities as well. So, the only one that was being an embarrassment was you, the idiot dropout.
I don't think being a dropout is anything to be embarrassed about, though. And I feel that a lot of the other people there feel the same way.
Really? Everyone knows that those that couldn't graduate from high school are disgusting and stupid. You may think you are someone for having chased after those big dreams you had, but dropping out of school is still dropping out. You have less of an education than even some monkeys have, and that's just embarrassing. And having you around here would only cause trouble for the rest of my guests today.
Natalia...
I'm tired of talking to you, so hurry up and go away. Even my parents are asking that you leave this place and stay away. So get out of here, you uneducated idiot. This is not the place for someone with an IQ under 90 to be spending their time.
Well, then we'll have to leave this wedding as well.
Huh?
Once again, you are out here trying to judge people only by their education and nothing else. And as your mother, I cannot go another minute watching you act like a complete child. So if you want to say those things about Violet, then I have no choice but to go home with her.
Huh? Why are you talking to me now, Mom? This is just a conversation for me and Violet.
I was wondering why I hadn't seen Violet anywhere and thought that I needed to go looking for her. And so while making a lap around the outside of the hall, I found her all alone sitting on some steps. I asked her what was wrong and she told me everything as well as showed me you guys' conversation.
But why are you saying that the both of you are going to go home together? That girl is the only one at this whole wedding that's uneducated and stupid. So I'm telling her to go home before she becomes even more of an embarrassment and ruins my whole wedding. I'm not being a jerk or anything by kicking her out. I'm the bride, and it's totally fine of me to ask her to leave before she destroys my wedding.
I understand that Violet never graduated high school. When compared to someone who went to Notre Dame with a full-ride scholarship, her education is near nothing. But she is anything but an idiot, Natalia. If you think she is based off her education, then that makes two of us then. Actually, you'd be calling a lot of people that are here at your wedding idiots.
Huh?
If you really hate all of us idiots that much, then we'll all just go home. If you're going to kick Violet out for that reason, then I want you to kick everyone else that's an idiot to you out. Then you and your husband can have that wedding all by yourselves.
Stop talking about such nonsense, Mom. You think everyone else is an idiot like her? There's no way that could be possible. Why are you on her side right now anyway, Mom? I'm telling you right now, there's nothing to gain for being her friend right now, Mom.
Nothing to gain?
Mom, you are the number one person that I look up to, okay? You graduated from the same university as me, and when you were young, you had a wonderful career of going all over the world to work. So when you ask me who the woman is that I look up to, I say that's my mom. So don't tell me that you're an idiot like Violet is.
And the reason I've become such a huge inspiration to you is because of what Violet has done for me. It's because of her being around me all those years that I strive to do great work.
Huh?
When you say that I worked all over the world, that makes me feel good and sound cool. But when you ask me, I'd say all that work was tough and horrible for me. I didn't think that I'd have to do that much work all the time, and the stress kept me from eating a lot of the time. But because there was someone in the neighborhood that was just a little girl working so hard to achieve her dream, it made me try my best as well. It's because of what Violet had strived for that I've made it to where I am today.
Mom?
I'm telling you right now that Violet is not the type of woman I'll let you make fun of. She was the girl that helped keep me in line while working overseas and everything. So telling me that she has nothing to offer is the biggest joke that I've ever heard out of your mouth.
Now just wait, Mom. Settle down a little, please. Huh? Are you saying that you both knew each other while overseas?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Right after she had entered her first year of high school, she was accepted onto a youth team in China at one of the schools there. And during that time that she was over there, I moved into the house next door to her dorm and we both started to talk. I hadn't really studied a whole lot of Chinese, so it was hard for me to work. I was at the point of wanting to quit my job there and come back to the States. But while I was thinking that, I ran into her while she was covered in sweat after practice, and we talked about our lives there.
Huh? Is that so?
Oh, she was so amazing and cheerful. She told me that in her case, she had a hard time speaking to the other teammates as well, but still did her best to get the job done. And no matter how hard it was for her to feel at home, she kept looking towards her goal of one day moving on from that school and becoming pro. Seeing a girl like that, way younger than me at the time, that moment is something I'll never be able to forget.
And that's what all helped you get stronger.
Yes, because after our first time meeting, we'd slowly started to grow closer to one another. After I finished work, I'd go see her games and cheer for her, and we'd both go out for dinner a lot. She was the one thing that helped me feel stronger in a land where I could barely speak the language well enough. Really, she saved me from giving up.
You guys were that close over there? You never told me any stories about how you met a girl like that.
I didn't think I'd have to tell you. And at the time, you were back here with your dad in elementary school. I didn't want to start telling you about some 16-year-old girl I met while I was on the phone with you.
I get that, but...
Also, when she ended up coming back to the U.S., I didn't really want to talk about her dream never coming true. Really, I didn't want to think about how much that must have hurt for her. To me, I always loved thinking that she did achieve one dream, and that's being able to play for a soccer team overseas.
Wait, what?
I mean, how many people do you know that are 16 years old and break free from their normal life to go play for a team in a country that they can't speak the language in? And before she went back to the U.S., she became one of the best players on that team. To me, she did an amazing job going after the dreams she had. Really, had she not torn her ACL that final year, I'm sure she would have made it big. It was because of that injury that she had to go back to the U.S. and be finished.
What?
I never thought once that Violet was ever any kind of idiot. I have to ask you this, Natalia. Is there anyone else at your wedding that could go out of their comfort zone and do what she'd done? She wasn't able to speak much Chinese then, and she was only in her teens and on her own. It's mind-boggling that she was able to do all of that at such a young age. And for a few years, she did an amazing job on that team and became a great player. So tell me right now, how many people at your wedding have done the same thing as her?
That's...
So if you're saying there's nobody else that's done the same as her, then they're all worse than her. Well, that must mean that we are all, you and I included, weak-willed compared to the strength she has. But if you still think you're somehow better than her in every way, you show me right now what you can do that makes you better. If you can't show me in 10 minutes, then you will never call Violet an idiot again.
Mom? I think that I may have been a little mistaken about a few things.
Mistaken, huh? All I've seen from you is you acting out like you 100% thought you were right. Actually, you've been doing it all this time, making fun of people for their educational backgrounds. I don't even want to think of you as my daughter. That's how far you've fallen from me. I can see there's no reason for me to be at this wedding today, so I'm going home right now.
You're lying, right? Mom? Do you not want to see your daughter in her fabulous wedding dress?
I'd rather see a pig wearing a wedding dress instead of you. Goodbye now. If you plan to be upset with me for this, then you can save it for when I'm done with you. I'm so sorry for what happened today. My daughter was so rude that it's made me sweat with rage.
No worries. Actually, I'm really glad that you stood there with me that upset at her. So please don't feel that you have to apologize to me.
I really am proud of what you accomplished when you were younger, and it made a huge difference in my life. So because of how you were treated today by her, I'll never forgive anything she's done. I'm still really worked up even now. I really want to go back to watching your games right about now.
Then next time, do you want to come see a game? To tell you the truth, I've become a coach for a kids team now and do it as a volunteer. And from time to time, I join them to play a little myself. I may be an adult now, but I've still got what it takes to play hard, so next time you should come and watch me.
What? That would be awesome! I'd love to spend an afternoon watching one of the practices or games.
And when you come, do the same as you've done in the past and cheer me and the team on. Actually, I really love hearing you on the sideline going nuts over me.
I'll do my best for you. Even though I may be a simple lady, I have a very large voice that can carry for miles. So I'll make sure to cheer you on again with that same voice.
This is the worst right now. Because of you, that whole wedding was ruined. Because of you taking my mom home with you, everything started to go downhill. Why would you do something like that to me?
I only went home because you had asked me to. It wasn't me that forced your mom to come with me. So I think you're mistaken yet again for trying to blame me here.
Shut up! If you had known my mom from before, you should have told me about that sooner! Why did you keep all that a secret from me?
I didn't know if it'd been okay to tell you about us. Her and I never talked to one another again after China, and so I never really thought about her again until we met just recently. All of that stuff happened like 15 years ago now. But I have to say that I'm really glad that she stood up for me.
Let me just tell you this, but don't think that you're any better now that my mom's on your side. You're still just a stupid high school dropout. Although somehow you got my mom to respect you. But to me, you're still just an uneducated buffoon.
Well, you can say what you want about me.
You don't even work in a high-level company like me, do you? You are literally a waste to this society.
Huh? So working for a high-level company makes you respectable then? Well then, that must mean I can be respected by you still.
Huh?
Actually, with all the experience I had with sports and sports management, I'm working for a popular company that excels in sports-related content. And on top of that, I'm a manager for the company. And due to that, I'm like how your mom was back in the day and am going from country to country getting my work done.
Yo, you're a manager there? You are? There's no way a dropout could become a manager. I graduated from an excellent school and I am still only a base level employee.
Oh, you're still only base level there? I understand that I am a bit older than you, but only by a little. I had assumed you'd at least be in some managerial position by now, but I guess I was wrong about that. I think you're moving up in that company slower than most people.
What? Just because you may have gotten promoted already doesn't mean you can talk to me like that. I still have my education that is far superior to yours, so you have nothing on me.
Oh, is that so? You're still better even though I got hired in as a manager without even graduating high school? How could that be?
You're asking me how? You already know why. Because I still have a better education and will soon be a manager here as well. But you also know that work is a different thing, right? You can only get so far with educational experience, but in the workforce, they also care about how well you can do your job.
Wow, so you actually do understand how the world works after all. Just as you've said, your education is nothing more than just an education. Even if you happen to have had good scores and all that, it doesn't really matter when it comes to moving up in the workplace. You really do get that.
Huh?
You just said it yourself, right? The workplace and education are two different things. Even if you try as hard as you can to make yourself seem important because of the education you have, work experience and your character are what get you places. You understand all that, right?
No, wait,
Well, if that's the case, then you can stop calling me an idiot for not graduating from high school when we're both employed now. I am in a better position than you are now, and at a very popular company, so you trying to ride the idea that you're still better than me due to your education is just pathetic. Now, I really do have to be going. I have a match that I have to coach today, so I'm pretty busy. After our discussion, Natalia and my brother had a talk, and he told her he really does love her, but her attitude of looking down on others due to their education was not going to fly. And that if she ever did it again, they'd be done. And when she went to her parents to ask for help about that, they both told her that they didn't want to see her face. And so Natalia was then kicked out of her parents' house. Because of that, Natalia began to go on a tirade about why everyone loved and supported me because of playing soccer and doing all of that. And because of that, she thought she could make herself better than me by joining her company's rec soccer team, but in her first match with her company, she fell down hard and broke her leg. And now that she has to stay home for 2 months to recover from her injury, her chances of moving up in the company only grow farther out of reach. As for Angelica and I, we've started going out together for coffee and food. And from time to time, she'll come out to some soccer games to cheer my kids on. Every time she comes, she just gets into a real fighting mood and will cheer nonstop for us, making all the kids really happy when they see her.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow.
Hey there, Cammie. Are you home right now? If you are, go and check your mailbox right now. I think if you go and do that, you'll be in for a really nice surprise. Wait a second. What the heck is this? Is this a wedding invitation? Did you send me a wedding invitation? Ding, ding, ding! That's right! Harold and I are going to get married. I told you that it was going to be an amazing surprise, right? Well, it certainly is an amazingly bad piece of news, that's for sure. You realize I'm just going to throw this in the garbage, don't you? Wait, what? Oh, come on. Don't you want to be there for your twin sister's wedding? You wouldn't really do something so horrible, would you? Don't you even have a single kind word for your sister finally getting engaged? What are you talking about, Tammy? Do you really think I'm going to celebrate you getting married to my ex? You know that all this does is make me angry, right? Oh no, really? I had no idea it would upset you that much. I mean, it's already been 2 years since I stole Harold from you. Are you really still that upset about it? You really need to learn to just let things go, do you know that? Even though we're twins, you and I are really nothing alike at all in some ways. You're right, I'm not like you. I would never try and steal your own boyfriend from you. I would never try and have an affair with anyone I knew who was in a relationship for that matter. And I would certainly never send a wedding invitation to the girl whose man I stole in the first place. Well, it's not like I wasn't going to send my sister an invitation to my wedding, but just think about it. Besides, we're twins. What's yours has always been mine, right? Anyways, you just need to get over yourself and come to my wedding. Who knows? You might even meet someone special there. Wouldn't that be something?
Hey there, Cammy. I guess you heard the news about Tammy and I getting married, right? So sorry things couldn't work out between the two of us, but I guess that's just the way the world works sometimes.
Are you kidding me? Now I have to deal with you too?
Well, your sister was already telling me about how you're still holding our relationship against us. I just didn't realize that you still had all those feelings for me. I just think it's funny that you're still in love with me after all this time.
You are really out of your mind if you think that I have even an ounce of feelings left for you, Harold. I mean, you really think I care at all for the man who left me for my own twin sister? I hope the two of you have a terrible life together.
I can tell that you still like me by how upset you're getting at me over this. This just proves that you still have feelings for me. Honestly, it's kinda cute. You're always cute when you're upset with me.
Excuse me? You are such a condescending jerk. Do you know that?
I don't know. I thought you'd be happy that I was with your sister. Shows that I really was always attracted to you. It's just that your sister has the better personality than you, so it was kind of just like upgrading to a better model. Like you would do with a cell phone. But your sister really does just run circles around you in the personality department. And thankfully she's just as cute as you, but with a better sense of style and fashion.
I do not want to be compared to my sister by you ever again. I mean, did you seriously just compare us both to buying a new phone? Who says stuff like that? But whatever, if you two love each other and want to get married, then far be it from me to stop you two.
I just can't get over how people who look so similar can end up so completely different, you know? I mean, your sister Tammy is pretty and accomplished and just all around a really lovely person. But you, on the other hand, well, you don't have any friends. I was your first boyfriend, and you let me get stolen away from you. You really should have seen this coming, you know.
I don't care one bit about your thoughts on what happened between us. The fact of the matter is that I wasn't even talking to my sister until she sent the wedding invitation. And if you two are going to get married, then I don't see any reason why we should be talking anymore, too. I never want to see either of you again.
Okay, fine. You don't ever have to see us again, but you can at least come to the wedding. I mean, you can think of it as a final farewell to us, so just hurry up and give us your RSVP. We already have the best seat in the house arranged for you, so you can't miss it.
Hello there. I'm terribly sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but I'm Harold's mother, Donna. I just wanted to make sure that I was speaking to Tammy's twin sister, Cammy, correct? Yes, this is Cammy, but may I ask what this might be about? Well, there's something that I wanted to talk to you about regarding your sister, and I was hoping we'd be able to meet in person to talk. Yes, I suppose we could do that, but do you mind if I ask what all of this is about? There's some things I'd like to know about your sister, if it's all right with you. For example, I was wondering if she might have done anything bad to you. Maybe something that might lead you to hold a grudge against her? I'm sorry, but I think we're going to have to start this topic all the way from the very start. What is all of this about? Oh, you're right. Where are my manners? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude and pry right out of the gate. It's just that, well, I'm just nervous about my son marrying your sister, but I didn't want to go to your parents about this, so that's why I thought to reach out to you instead. Well, I really don't know what there is to say about my sister. She's a cheery girl with lots of friends. What problem could you have with someone like that? The thing is that I got an anonymous letter in the mail, and they were warning me about having my son marry your sister. You're kidding me. Someone has been leaving you letters warning you about Tammy? That's right, and this didn't just happen once. I've gotten maybe 5 letters with similar warnings in them. 5 whole letters? I can't believe it. And you have no idea who they're from? I don't, but my curiosity is piqued, and I have to know more about my future daughter-in-law. So please, if there's anything you think I should know about her, please tell me. I have to know. Well, if you're really serious about this, then okay. I can tell you some things, but some of this might come as a shock. The truth is that Tammy actually stole Harold away from me. We used to go out until my sister came along and ruined it. You mean your own twin sister stole my son away from you? I had no idea that he was even with you. Well, it's true, and all of this happened about 2 years ago. That's when Harold and I broke up. Wait a second, I'm really confused by all of this. Why in the world would your sister and my son go along with doing that? I was shocked myself. Harold and I had been together 5 years before he left me. You two had been together for 5 years? Then what was it that finally made Harold want to leave you for your sister? In fact, now that you say that, Harold told me that he had been going out with Tammy for 7 years. I asked where the two of them met, and they said it was 7 years ago at college. They told me about how they fell in love and decided early on that they wanted to get married. He even showed me pictures of the two of them from back then. Well, then it sounds to me like Harold is saying that he was with my sister while he was with me. And if he showed you pictures of him and my sister from back then, it's more likely that it was really Harold and I instead. But this doesn't make any sense. How could this be? Because we're twins. Does this really not make any sense to you? My sister is my identical twin. And you mean to tell me that you two are actually that identical? Oh, that's incredible. Well, we're only identical in looks, let me tell you that. I can't believe that Harold would pass off our photos as if they were with my sister instead. All to pretend that they were together for far longer than they really were? I don't believe it. So, they're both lying about their relationship with each other, when the fact is that 5 of the years they say they've been together for was really with you? I can't believe that my son would just trade you out for your sister like that. Well, it seems to be what's happened, and I think I might have an idea of who was leaving those letters in your mailbox. After all, they're quite proud of what they did to me and brag about it to their friends often. But I think they don't realize that a lot of their friends really aren't impressed by that at all. Anyways, please let me take this chance to apologize for my sister's actions. Oh dear, you don't have anything to apologize for at all. If anything, I'm sorry for bringing all of this up all of a sudden. And I just feel awful now that I know what my son's been putting you through. I had no idea he was capable of being so horrible. Well, it's all over now, so I really don't mind. I don't even care that the two of them are going to be getting married. I just hope I never have to deal with them again. So please understand that if you don't see me at family events, that's why. Of course! Oh, that makes perfect sense to me. I wouldn't want to be around people that did that to me either. In fact, I'm of half a mind to skip going to their wedding as well. But anyways, I'll have to have a little chat with my husband about all of this now that I know the truth. Thank you so much for talking to me about this, and once again, I really am sorry for my son's behavior. Oh, wow, I don't believe it. You really showed up to the wedding? Oh man, this is so sad and funny. I'm not sure whether I should be laughing or crying. What are you talking about? You were the one that invited me in the first place. I'm here, and now you're acting as if I'm somewhere I don't belong? I know I invited you, but it was obviously a joke. Don't you get that? I didn't think that you'd actually show your face around here. Oh man, I just texted Harold and he said that he's cracking up. It's so funny it hurts. Oh man, this is great. Okay, well, that was really funny, but you can turn around and go home now. Excuse me? Now you want me to just leave and go back home? Yeah, I mean, you didn't actually think that we had a place saved for you, right? It was all just a prank and you walked right into it. I don't believe you. What is the matter with you? Oh, come on. Did you really think we were serious? Why in the world would we want someone like you at our wedding? The answer is we don't. So just turn around and don't come back. You two really are just horrible. Do you know that? I mean, first you steal your own sister's boyfriend, then you have the gall to invite her to your wedding, and now you turn her away when she actually shows up? I only came here as a way of saying goodbye to the two of you. Great, and now we've said it. Now why don't you run along, okay? The wedding is about to start and we don't want you ruining the atmosphere. You mean you think that anyone else is actually going to show up to this? What is that supposed to mean? I mean that I'm the only person who was invited to this wedding. Are you sure you want your only guest to go home? I can't imagine it'll be a happy wedding for you two if I did. What in the world are you talking about now? Are you even reading what you're typing? All the guests are on their way as we speak. We sent out over 200 invitations, and you're saying no one is going to come? That's exactly what I'm saying. You rented out this whole space, but no one is going to come. And just what makes you so sure that you'd keep repeating that, huh? If you don't believe what I'm saying, then just look around you. But anyways, I can see where I'm not wanted. Enjoy your lonely, empty wedding. What the heck is going on here, huh? What kind of game are you trying to play here? No one has shown up, and none of my friends are here yet. I told you that nobody would be coming to your wedding already, didn't I? After all, who would want to celebrate the marriage of a couple of haters like you anyway? What do you mean? I still don't understand. Is it really that hard for you to wrap your head around? You've been bragging to everyone about how you're going to marry the man you stole from your sister. Well, everyone who knew that that was what your wedding was celebrating was disgusted by that fact. So that's why no one is going to show up to your wedding. You have no idea what you're talking about at all. Everyone laughed when we told those stories. And they all congratulated me when I told them Harold and I were getting married. Are you sure they weren't just trying to change the subject as quickly as possible? Or that they were just fed up with you two and wanted to end the conversation as soon as they could? No, that can't be right. They all said congrats. They were all happy for me. That's why I invited them all to the wedding. And have you gotten responses from anyone since then? Has anyone shown up to the wedding at all? Well, Harold and I just figured that everyone was really busy with work, and that's why no one has shown up yet. But then not answering doesn't mean that they're not going to show up to my wedding, right? Well, how's it looking over there for you right now? But, I mean, it's not just my friends who aren't here. Both our parents aren't here either. What is going on? What did you tell our parents? I didn't have to tell them anything besides what you and Harold did. Or how you lied about how long you were together to his mom. Everything that's going on there today is entirely your fault. Do you realize that? Wait a second. What do you mean, Harold's mom? Are you telling me that you went and talked to her, too? No, she came and talked to me. She has some concerns over you two getting married. She came to me asking about you, and I told her how you and Harold ended up together in the first place. You what? Why would you do that? What is the matter with you? You can't be mad at me for telling someone what you were already bragging to all your friends about. Now, if Harold's mom wanted to spread the truth to her friends and family and tell them why they shouldn't go to your wedding, that's up to her. But we sunk so much money into this wedding. We were hoping to get a bunch of money from people as gifts. What are Harold and I supposed to do? That really is none of my business, but it sounds to me like you two are getting the exact wedding that you deserve. So be happy that you two have each other and figure out what you're going to do next. Just leave me out of it and never talk to me again. I heard through the grapevine later that even those that did show up to Harold and Tammy's wedding didn't even bring gifts. Meanwhile, the wedding itself ended up costing the two of them about $30,000 that they had to put down on credit. With no real plan of how to pay it back, the two of them had to take out a big loan to afford the event. They tried asking their parents for help, but no one was willing to lend them even a cent. All their friends had cut the newlywed couple off too. They were truly alone. After that, I heard from Donna that the two of them ended up moving to a new state to try and start their lives over. After realizing they had no friends or family in their corner, even their coworkers began to whisper rumors about how they had gotten together and what had happened at their wedding. Ultimately, the two of them couldn't stand the embarrassment, so they quit their jobs, packed up their lives, and left. I have no idea what happened to the large debt they racked up, but I'm sure they're still working hard to pay it all off. That was really the last news I heard about them, though. I have no idea where they live or what they're doing for work these days, and quite frankly, I don't think I'd have it any other way. I wanted to go to their wedding because I still, for whatever reason, respected those two enough to want to say a proper goodbye, but what I got instead was so much better than anything I could have imagined. What made me so happy about this crazy episode of my life, however, was that it was through common courtesy and sympathy of others that all of this befell Harold and my sister. It gave me joy to know that people heard the way that those two talked about their relationship and that it was enough to alienate themselves from all their close friends and loved ones. I really didn't even have to lift a finger to get a revenge that I wasn't even seeking.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.